Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's one on one in a job interview setting or in front of a small group, let's say at a business meeting, or in front of a large audience at a conference. Today, I want to give you a job interview tip, and this has to do with asking a question to a hiring manager. Now, I know people tell you ask this question, that question, and you can go crazy trying to figure out. A lot of it, you will be able to do it during an interview if it's an interactive session. But there is one question that I think is very important to ask, and that's the worst case scenario. How does your manager that you're interviewing with give bad news? And what's the worst news that a manager can ever give an employee? You are fired! There you go. So you ask him, if you have to let me go, how would you do it? I know it's a bad news and you have to let me go. I want you to fire me. How would you do it? Now, this is an important thing because you want to know whether the manager is plain and direct, whether the manager tries to sugarcoat it in a way, whether the manager just beats around the bush without telling you, or it tells you and then gives you the reason and then keeps it very short. But this is a very important thing to find out. How does the manager give you bad news? Because let's face it, when you're interviewing, you don't get any bad news. So you ask them, I want you to fire me right now. How would that sound like? How would you do it? And that's it. Just leave it at that. Don't add anything more. And he will say, we have to let you go because we're not happy with your performance. You ask, what could I have done so that I don't repeat this mistake? So you try to work off that. And it's a kind of a good way for you to find out whether the manager is empathetic, whether the manager gives you the bad news and says, listen, I'm here to help you. I know this is a tough decision, but this is the best for everybody. And it kind of gives you an idea how the manager thinks, not when things are going well, but when things are not going well. And I think it's a fair question to ask, and it should be asked, because until you know that, you should not accept a job. Because right now, everything has been positive. Everybody loves each other, so you break the pattern and say, well, you hate me now. You have to get rid of me. How are you going to do it? And that's a very important thing to remember, that you're breaking the pattern. What happens in these interviews is that people get into a certain pattern and you just cannot differentiate yourself. And you can just say that, look, before I accept a job, I like to know how you give bad news. And this is the question that will give me an idea. Because what can be worse than getting fired? It'll give me an idea what you're like when you are giving good news and what you're like when you're giving bad news. And then I can make my decision. Think about it and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching and give it a try. You got nothing to lose. Thank you.